If you've been looking for a video, been searching high and low, watching everyone do the same things over and over, and you just want one that's really gonna make you want to change your life in 2026, this is not gonna be that. But we're trying our best anyway. Well, hi YouTube, my name is Jordan. Welcome to my 2026 reset. Now that we're officially 3 weeks into January, I feel like a significant amount of time has gone by for me to post this. And the only reason I'm really doing this right now is because I feel like I haven't stopped moving all of January, which is such a blessing, which is amazing. I've been doing so many fun things and I've just been kind of all over the place, but I also feel like it hasn't really given me a chance to reset either. When it comes to resetting, I really feel like there's two big things that need to be reset in terms of wanting to start fresh. I think one of those things is your physical space, and then the other is your mental space. So that's what I'm officially doing today. Now, to be fair, I have done some stuff already. I did make a vision board for 2026. I actually did that back in December. I did a vision board night with 2 of my friends. I have some clips from that just to show you that there was some planning and resetting going into this year. Welcome to Vision Board Night 2025 for 2026. Jordan, what's your process? Fourth. This is our 4th time. It's become a real tradition.
My process is to kind of separate my photos in like sections of what I printed. So like words, my travel stuff, like healthy eating. I know I have like concert pictures in here, just to like see what I'm working with, and then I'll collage. What's your strategy?
My strategy is just start placing and moving and seeing what works and what doesn't. And then I don't know what Bridget's thing is, but we got cookies, we got glue sticks, we've got wine and wine. Uh-oh, the Grinch is here. Journal one. I am categorizing now.
Hi, Bridge.
Hi, Greta.
I always forget.
I love when the girls are over.
What do you have to say? Say something.
You're looking at my phone.
You're making me nervous as that.
Right, we're just saying, it did look a little bit like glowing. I hate gluing. I love gluing. I hate cutting.
Looks good so far. I love it. That's the creative process.
Yeah.
I only glued these 4 down. I have to do the rest.
Why did you?
In addition to that, I did journal some goals for this year. It really is kind of just a reflection of what's on my vision board. I just put a pen to paper and wrote down exactly what I wanted out of this year. I had it already in picture form, but I wanted it in writing as well. I did do that earlier this month during a full moon. I had my crystals out, I was doing my witchy shit. One other thing that I actually have been doing, which I think would fall under mental space, is that I've been going back to the gym. I did mention this in some of my Vlogmas videos. I rejoined a new gym in December, and that was really important to me to join before the new year, just to make me feel like I had something started for 2026 in 2025. So I've also been just being more active and working out again. And of course that is to work on my physical self, but really that helps me so much mentally as well, because the times I've been going, I go in the morning. I have always been a morning person. I love to start my day early, and it genuinely changes my mindset for the rest of the day. And when it's done early, I'm already awake. I've already checked something off my to-do list, and the rest of the day, the world is my oyster. I do a lot of manifestation, and I've been trying to get back into meditation as well, which I used to do all the time. That's one of the things that I really want to get back into this year. That's a goal of mine. Also, resetting your physical space, obviously, is something that many people do for the new year. So me personally, what I've done a lot of decluttering. I've organized, I've gotten rid of things. I've cleaned, like deep cleaned a lot of spaces in my apartment, and just starting fresh makes me feel so much better. And so all that to say, I haven't done nothing, but let's do the rest of this reset together. One more thing I am gonna do that I'm gonna do in this video with you today is I'm gonna be making punch cards for 2026. I've seen this all over TikTok and I think they're really cute. I like that it's a craft, of course. I like that it's a physical way to keep track of your goals for 2026. And it's just one other thing to check off my list for resetting for the new year.
A few moments later.
I was set ready to film this. And then Harry just officially announced he's going on tour again. 30 nights at Madison Square Garden. 30, and Harry Ween again. I'm gonna throw up. Oh, okay. I'm gonna try to be normal. Anyway, I have my supplies here, and I thought while I was doing this, while I'm crafting, I could share some facts about myself too, in case anyone new happens to stumble upon my YouTube video. That being said, I think my first fact should be that my favorite artist is Harry Styles. I was a huge One Direction girl. They were my first concert ever. I was so deep in fangirl territory. Still am, but I do have to be an adult too. But I loved One Direction. Harry was always my favorite member of One Direction. From the days in 2012, no one could disprove of that. I have evidence. I'm so happy for all the success he's had post One Direction, and he is just absolutely my favorite, one of my favorite people on the planet. And it's so cool that like I get to experience joy in his music with other people and like my friends who also love him. And now he's going on tour again. He's releasing new music. His new song, his Aperture comes out at 7 o'clock tonight. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Anyway, I love him. So I did pre-cut some cardstock paper the other day into little rectangles. I thought this shape would be the best because I don't want them to be too big, but I don't want them to be too small either. So I think I have maybe 9 here. I don't even think I'll use them all. I think I'll have maybe 5 or 6 right now. I have a couple things that I wrote in my notes app a while ago in anticipation of doing this, of what I could write. I need to pick which color card I'm going to write on or draw on first, and then I'm going to start with that. So some of the things I have for my punch cards: first one I have is try a new recipe. Second one is go to the gym on a day off. Third one is read a book I already have from my physical TBR, which is a big one for me. Fourth one is saving a certain amount of money for each paycheck I get. Fifth one is making coffee at home. Sixth one is writing letters to loved ones. Those are my ideas just for now. I feel like those are the most realistic and tangible ideas for me personally. One of my goals for this year is eating healthier, so I want to try to make new recipes at home. I already talked about going to the gym more. Reading a book I already have. So I didn't meet my reading goal last year. I have the same goal again for this year. I have so many physical books that I have purchased, that I have come into possession of, that I need to read, and I just buy a book on my Kindle instead sometimes because I want to read that more. So I'm gonna read my physical TBR this year. I'm also trying to save a little bit more money, she says as Harry announces tour dates. Nonetheless, I feel like I haven't done a great job of saving money the last couple months. I've kind of just been spending on a whim because money will come and go. And then coffee at home, which is very realistic for me. There's so many coffee shops where I live that are so delicious, and there's so many new ones popping up all the time. But another way to help me save money is to make coffee at home with my espresso machine. So I think that's a good one. And then writing letters is something that I don't necessarily do, but I would like to start. I don't want everything to be digital or forgotten. I love a physical piece of creativity or artwork or love or whatever it is. So I want to write letters to people this year. And then these are just my ideas. I have to actually think of rewards for when I complete all these things. All right, so I'm doing this try a new recipe one first. I wrote it just across the top like that in a little squiggly line. I think I'm just gonna draw like different cooking objects, maybe like 8, while I'm drawing my recipes. Another fun fact about me is that I am a Scorpio. My birthday is in November. I love being a Scorpio. I've heard a lot of people say that I don't give Scorpio, but then once you get to know me, I do. So do with that what you will. I'm having a hard time thinking of a final thing to draw. That's my cat, Zuko. I have 2 cats. My cat, her name is Nova. She's a girly. When Kyle and I moved in together, he brought his cat. His name is Zuko, and they're now the best of friends. What's another cooking object? I have a chef hat, a spoon, a bowl, a whisk. I drew a cookie. What else? Maybe I'll do like a 350, like a temperature. Is that ugly? That might be ugly. I might have to redo that. But that's what I'm going for. I ended up doing 6 actually, not 8. I might redo this one, but I think the rest of it's pretty cute. Maybe I just need did that help? I think so actually. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Okay, first one down. My next one is going to the gym. I'm gonna be less creative with this one. I think I'm just gonna do different, like a weight and a kettlebell. Yeah? I feel like yeah. Another fun fact about me is that I love photography. I always have ever since I was a kid. It's just always been a hobby and a passion of mine. I have had a million cameras and I love to get a million more. To be completely honest though, I don't know much about shooting in manual mode. I've been trying to learn more about it since getting this camera that I'm filming on, because I also have an older Canon DSLR. I'm fairly certain it is. And I wish I knew how to shoot manual better on that. I'm learning, but I'm not there yet. But I love photography. I love it in any medium. I love digital. I love film. I love Polaroids. I love it all. I think photography is so much fun. You can be so creative with it. Everyone has such a different eye for things. And I think that there's so many different ways to capture beauty. And I just love it. All right, we may have to refine this one a little more. This is my, this is my gym punch card. So I just did weights and I tried to do kettlebells. I feel like it's giving purse, but maybe that's okay. I don't know. We might have to adjust this one slightly. Next one I'm gonna do, which also leads into my fun fact. Next punch card is going to be reading a book that I already have. Another fun fact about me is that I love reading. My favorite genre is any type of mystery, thriller, psychological book with a good plot twist. My favorite genre of movie as well. I love being on the edge of my seat. I love trying to figure out what happens, but also not being able to. Being able to figure it out kind of takes the fun out of the twist, but when I'm hit with a twist that is so genuinely not anywhere near the forefront of my mind, I love getting whiplash from a book. I also really like romance. I've been dipping a toe into fantasy, but not so much. I did read the first book in the ACOTAR series and that's it. Emily Henry is one of my favorite authors. I've read all of her books. Alice Feeney, my favorite author probably. I have read all of her books. Her latest book just came out, My Husband's Wife. I cannot wait to read that. Maybe that's my reward. When I read books I already have, I will get My Husband's Wife and I will read that. Look at me. I've read a lot of Frida McFadden books, though she's not my favorite. I have read the entire Harry Potter series. Abby Jimenez I'm a huge fan of. I just recently read the Natural series, which I absolutely adored. I wish there was more of it. But that's typically my genre that I go to, is mystery, thriller type books. And then occasional romance. For this punch card, I think I'm just gonna draw a bunch of books. Cause what else, you know? This is my next one. These are for my books. I feel like I really just had to get a feel for the first one. Now my writing is in a better spot. I think I'm too much of a perfectionist for this. I think that's why I've been putting it off for so long. If they're not perfect, I'm gonna be mad about it. My next one is saving a specific amount of money for each paycheck. Oh, you know what? I can be creative with this one. Maybe I'll draw $1, a coin, and then a piggy bank. I think I'm gonna do that. Another fact about me, it's funny doing this because I want to, but the people who mainly watch these are my friends. So it's telling them things they already know. But like I said, on the off chance this reaches a wider audience. Another fact about me is that I'm a registered nurse. I have been a nurse for the past 3 years. I have worked at the same place for that entire time. I work in pediatrics, that's my specialty, and I love it very much. You could not pay me enough to work with adults. Kids mean so much to me. I'm very, very passionate about healthcare for children and advocating for children as patients. And it's just fun. It can be really fun. And I love it. Anybody who tells you in nursing school that you have to start out in adult med surg is lying. I think my piggy banks need a little work, but that's what I'm working with so far. My camera did die, and then I remembered I have a phone that works just as well. So these are my punch cards in pencil. I have my fun little pens and markers and stuff and all my washi tapes that I'm gonna put probably around the outside, and I'm gonna decorate them really cute. Hi again. It is the next day. So when my camera died, it stayed dead. And then it got dark outside, so I finished it at night and I'm recording it today. These are my punch cards. I think they came out really cute. Here is my coffee at home, mainly brown tones, brown washi tape. Super cute. This is my saving with every paycheck, my dollar signs, coins, and piggy bank that I did not alter, but I put green washi tape and it's on pink paper and I just think it came out cute. Trying a new recipe. I love this one actually with all the different colors and my gingham washi tape. I just think this one's super fun. I think I'm gonna have a hard time like putting a hole punch in this. This is my reading a book from my physical TBR. I just drew all the books in different colors and put red washi tape on here. Oh, this one's annoying. Gym on a day off. I smeared the ink before it was dry, so that's what those lines are from. But this one's cute too with the different blues and gray. Pink paper, blue washi tape. They are still giving purse, but what are we gonna do? And then my last one, writing letters. I think it's really pretty. Again, on the pink paper, I did 3 letters and 3 envelopes with my rose washi tape. I just think they came out so cute. And just to like connect the dots a little more, this is my journal. This is my journal. These are all my fun little stickers because I did have it saying 2024 and we're well in 2026, so. But I'm looking at my January full moon manifestation / goals for the new year, and just to like close the loop, I do have going to the gym on here. I do have reading on here, and I have a lot of the other stuff like in different forms. Obviously this is a little bit personal, so I'm not gonna just like lay it all out, but promise that whatever's on here and on my vision board is in my journal as well. And at this point, I do think it is not physically possible for me to create any more goals or physical things for the new year. So with that being said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. This is a little bit more chatty than I'm used to. I usually do like a fun little vlog with my friends, which you'll see plenty more of. But this was really cool, and I got to talk about myself a little bit more and just feel like I'm going into the new year in my personal life and on YouTube with sort of a clean slate. So this was really cool to do. Thank you so much for watching. If you stayed this long, I appreciate you. Like and subscribe. Who said that? And I'll see you in my next video.